Good morning. Good morning, morning, y'all. Alrighty. So, very quick impromptu video. I just wanted to come in and do a very quick budget update because I did not have a chance to do it yesterday and you're getting a vlog later. So, I just thought I would jump in, or maybe you get a vlog tomorrow. Maybe this will be my video for today and I'll vlog. You'll get a vlog tomorrow. Anywho, I'm vlogging today. Um, so I'm off work and I needed to jump in and get very quickly this video done because I am all day out of the house with stuff to do and I did not want to go another week without updating. So we did get in some child support last week and I wanted to make sure that I updated you guys on what I was able to allocate for those funds. So without further ado, we just jumping in, y'all. I'm not going to talk a ton. I'll talk, but not a ton. Okay. So here is our budget sheet for the month of May, of course. And let me jump in and zoom in just a tiny little bit more. So here we are with child support. This is, Lord have mercy. I put 813 and I'm supposed to say 513. What in the world, Shakima? This is why it's always good to go back and make sure that you're doing, updating your budget sheet. On the 13th, which was Wednesday, I believe, last week, we did get a deposit for $216.46. Now that's traditionally the deposit that we're supposed to get. And so I'm going to go into last week and see what exactly did I do with those funds because they immediately got allocated. And so let me go down and see where I put those funds. Tuesday. So 3287 was from the groceries that I went ahead and allocated. That was the extra money that I put into the grocery budget, the $75 that I had. Sister gave me $30, so that was $105, and then $32 came out of child support. And then I had like $30 from Mother's Day that I used for my groceries. On Tuesday, I had to take Gwen. Remember, I always allocate $150 for the dogs, but I knew she was coming up on she had to go for her yearly exam and this shot and this parvo and this bordetella and all these things that we had to do once a year. So that was $214.21. The thing that really bothered me is typically I get like a little 10% off card, but it came the day after the appointment. So I didn't even get my little discount because my card didn't come in the mail. So $214.21, but that's all done until next year. What I really need to do, and I'm going to have to figure out how, is put a sinking fund for her and Grace because Grace has to go next month and it's going to be about $188 for Gracie. It's a one-time a year thing. We're very blessed with, we haven't had a ton of vet visits with the exception of that one time that Mama got bit by that dog. And then she was sick once before. Other than that, and I think the thing that made her sick was raw eggs because I would give her an egg every now and then in her meals. And then I would notice that there was loose bowels and there would be a little blood or in it, whatever. And so I took her to the vet for that. And then she ended up getting a urinary infection. And then we had to get medicine. So that was only a one-time thing. And then when she got bit by that dog. But I don't give her raw eggs anymore. She just gets cooked eggs every now and a blue because eggs is too expensive to be giving them to your dog. And we haven't had any issues with her. Jackson got $25 in his savings account. 22 in tithe, 11 went to offering, and then so most of that went to help pay for Gwen and with the groceries, right? So that's where that money went. So let's see what I have as a $247 plus $58 ended up being just about $300, which was over that $216. And I had some money saved for the dog as well. So let me go back and break everything down as far as what the month is thus far. So my actual pay was $65.64.14. Remember, at the end of April, which is my May money, I get my supplement. This is my last supplement of my school year because my school year is coming to an end in June. The first week of June, I'm done with school. But My year starts August through May. So this is my last pay month of the year. And then we'll start fresh in August with the next school year. So October will be um my first supplement, which is half, and then I'll get the second half in April. Um they are trying to change that though. They are trying to take that supplement money and spread it out in our 10-month pay. That's not my choice. I didn't vote for that. We got a paper to vote. I just like to get my lump sum at one time. They do tax it a lot, but I just like to take that lump sum and allocate it for what I need to allocate it for. Kids deposits, 80132. One mom revenue so far, I have gotten, I think a paper Sunday came in, and then I got $6.31 from Instagram. I remember there was a time when I was not getting paid from Instagram. It's like years. And then finally, I think it was like at the beginning of this year, maybe January, February or something, and it hasn't been long. They invited me to do a couple of things, and now I'm able to get paid from them. I'm still not getting paid a lot, but I'm getting paid something, which is great. I've had a ton of viral videos in the millions that would have been great to get paid on, but I didn't get invited until now. And so I'm grateful for that. And it's just working out for me. But the good thing about Instagram is they pay every 2 weeks. So it's like the first and the 15th or the second, and it's crazy days, but it's every 2 weeks. And it always says it's coming from Facebook. And I'm like, why is Facebook sending me money? It's Instagram. So $6.31, I'll take it. Unexpected gifts, blessings fund transfer, that was $32.42, giving me a total of $7,579.45. So we'll scroll down. My mortgage is paid at 11/22/11. The utilities came out of one mom revenue from last month that we already had. We're getting ready to get one mom revenue again. So I think it's this week I'll get one mom revenue, and that will go for next month's utilities. Water was $87.47. My water bill is way up for next month by almost $50. I can't determine if that's because I have a toilet that is still hanging a little bit or the garden. I'm thinking it's more garden season than anything. So my water bill is $113. I already got it, but I think my utilities was up a little bit from this 138. It's 155. So we're getting into the summer season. It's hot here. We don't keep our air on a lot. I try to keep it like 76, 77. So the air is not running, but it's hot, right? Cell phone, it was 81. I paid my cell phone and Jackson's. Next month, cell phone. Jackson is paying his own. Can we make some noise? Because Jackson is paying his own bill. Praise God. Hallelujah. Glory and amen. Mama's not having to pay that cell phone anymore. Once my children get a job, they are on their own. Praise the Lord. He want a job. Very good. I am perfectly happy to pay Jackson's expenses. But once you get a job, you got to pay your own. He wants a job. I would prefer he focus on his schooling, his education, and all that. And I would pay, but he wants to work. So now you got to figure out how to go to school, how to do your sports, how to work your job, and how to pay your bills. That's your job. Very good. Because I was doing it before and it wasn't a problem for me. He wanted his own job. Very good. I stopped paying the things. Okay. Household repairs, I didn't put any money in that sinking fund. I still may be able to. We'll see. Mr. Jerome, I've already paid him. He's done for the month. Couple of sinking funds, recycling, pest control, and year spray. That's already done. Amazon is paid. Pure Flix renewed this month, and it was like 106 and some change. It actually came out of my Capital One 360 because that's where my sinking funds are. I just changed that card so I don't have to take the money out of there, bring it all the way back to my regular bank, try to pay it from here. It was because it wasn't coming on time and it was still doing, it was a lot. So I just changed the card. It comes right out of there. It's already done. So next month you'll see me sinking for Pure Flix again. Healthways Gym came out. Oh, Jackson's Gym did come out. Maybe that is why that $30 is there. That shouldn't be there. That should be Jackson's Gym because that already came out. I don't know why that $30 is there. That shouldn't be there. Oh, look, see how it's good to go back and look at your stuff? That $30 should not be where that $30 is. Jackson's Gym came out at $30. So let me make a change here because that shouldn't be there. That's on last week's. Let me find it. Coming on down, coming on down, coming on down. Okay. That comes out. That goes here. No, that's still wrong. Shoot. 30. There we go. Now, for taxes, because I got, what was that? It was was it 171? 181.57. So 182, because I already put taxes in. I know I did. 182 times 15%, 27.30. So I'm going to say $24 because I know I already put that money in there. Okay, very good. Now, back to here. Let me bring it on back, bring it on back. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I have to catch stuff. That's why it's good to go over your budget. My kids ask me, how often do you go over your budget, Mom? I said, I go over my budget all the time because I need to make sure that I'm allocating. I don't want to try to go somewhere and spend some money and then I don't have the money to spend, right? High school sinking fund is $50. Now, as long as Jackson's dad sends child support, I'm always going to pull money out for that. He may want things that he can't necessarily afford on a small, I just started working budget, right? So I'm going to put $50 in for him every time. I just had to buy this week, well, last week, because it's just Monday, I had to buy him underoos and socks. He asked for socks. And he came through here one day and them underoos were so little. I said, oh, blessed be Jesus. We can't be walking around like that, sir. So I had to buy him underoos and socks. They want $30 for a 6-pack of underoos. When did underoos become $30? It's not even just the groceries. And then the socks were $17 for the padded, all the thing, whatever. $17 for socks. So between that, it's $47. That's the whole $50 that I had put aside for him. It's those little types of things that I'm still going to do for Jackson. I'm not saying I'm totally not going to ever buy something, or if we going out somewhere and I have the money to do it, I wouldn't do it. I'm teaching responsibility in making him pay for his things. So I'm going to always fund that for him for right now. Next year is his senior year in high school. He's just going to be turning 7. Well, he graduates in June and will have just turned 17. Now, according to my understanding, he can get child support until he's 18, but he will have already graduated. So I'm trying to navigate what next year is going to look like. He is going to college, and so he more than likely will qualify up until his 18th birthday, if I'm right. You North Carolina child support people, if y'all know the answer to that, let me know. He's going to college next year, and so he probably will qualify until his 18th birthday. But if for some reason he's done at graduation, then I'll have to figure out, some of the things, because that does help. That child support does help it helps us to be able to maintain and do all of the things. I may not have some of these sinking funds. I may not be able to afford Mr. Jerome. And, it's all those types of things unless we find another stream of income that helps to alleviate some of that pressure. But I'm always going to pay for those things for him. Netflix was $19.20. Groceries, $492.87. I knew that I was going to be over on groceries. I already planned for it. So I was planning for like 500, 600 is probably the sweet spot with groceries, but I'm filling it in with child support a little bit every week. I already planned my budget for groceries, and then I just fill in a little bit with child support. That's how I plan to do it. I know that's not how everybody does it, and however you does it, if it works for you, very good. This is my plan. So every week I'm just taking a little bit and adding it to the budget. Summer groceries is 100. Preps were 50. Eating out was 93. So we had, where did we go? What was this month? Mother's Day was a thing. Jackson's birthday, because it was April 30th. So it went on this month budget. So that was Jackson's birthday and Mother's Day, I believe. And we do Mother's Day for a friend of mine. That was my treat to her. I got my nails done. I got feet and hands. My P.O. box, I double sank. My doctor's bill was $149. I paid $78, and I still have to pay a little bit more on that. I was trying to see what the insurance was going to pay. So the insurance has paid out. And so now I just need to pay the remaining of that balance. Supplements I got this month for $43. I put $1,000 in a travel fund because I have a pastor's conference coming up, and that came out of my supplement. So I didn't take any other money. I just took it out of my supplement. And that is how I am managing that. 75 is in Jackson savings thus far. For the girls, it was $314.21, being that I had to get their Simparica Trio, plus Gwen had her exam. These doggone pets are expensive, but it's a once a year expense in May, then a once a year expense for Mama in June. Then I'm done, and it's just back to food and their pet stuff. Gas is $2.25. Oil change is $20. That's already sank. I haven't done my tires yet, but I will sink that very soon. For my insurance, $266. I just double sank that. Tithe is $1,108. Giving is $554. And then I put $1,100 in savings for my baby step number 3. Business expense was $14. So that puts me at $7,396.86 spent, giving me $182.59 left. And I still have to pay a little bit on that dentist bill because I had to go to the dentist. And I think I'm just at the end of my benefit. The next time I go back to the dentist, I think, let me see, I went in April, May, June. It's October. And by then my flex card benefits will kick in. So anything I have to pay for that, I'll use the flex card for. It's already used up at the beginning of the year when I had to get that root canal done. But it will come back again in September. September is when it comes back. And then by then, January, my benefits will roll over again for dental, right? So anything I'm paying now is because all of my benefits have been used because of this root canal. So I don't have $182 in there because I've got to pay the rest of that dentist bill. So it won't be as much, but I do like to leave a little bit running in there just in case something comes up that I didn't remember or whatever. Thank you. I did. You know what? Rachel be helping me. I'm going to have, you know what I'm going to have? I'm going to have a budget committee meeting with Rachel because Rachel can help me. Oh, thank you. I'm telling you. But my son, Trandon, said, Mom, he told me to go to Ross or go to TJ Maxx. He said they usually give you the same amount for cheaper. And I'm sorry about my lighting, y'all. I don't know why this lighting is acting crazy because I did my other videos at night and there's way more light in here and it's the daytime. I don't know. I'm going to have to set up another light over here or something. I don't know. But I'm like, you got to be kidding me with these underoos. I texted my sister. I said, when did underoos become this expensive? She was like, really? Yes, ma'am. So it's not just the groceries. It's all the things at the store. It doesn't even matter what it is. It's all the things. Teacher appreciation was this year, but we didn't do any of those. It was, I think, Jackson's birthday and Mother's Day were the two big main eating things we had. And there was some other stuff we wanted to go to, but I was like, y'all, it's just really going to be expensive. Let's just not do it. And the kids were fine. We didn't do anything. So it worked out. Here's the thing, and I say this all the time. Budgets are very subjective. They're subjective to how many people are under your budget, where you live, the prices in your area, the types of stores that you have. And I have a lot of people, even though I share my budget, that try to budget my money for me and try to make me do what they do. You can't do that, right? I'm not going to come over to your house and tell you where to put your furniture. It's your house. So I get a lot of stuff on my videos sometimes. You just need to do this and you just need to do that. I'm not doing any of that. You are not Jesus or God, and you don't tell me what to do. I'm going to listen to the Holy Spirit. So groceries are the thing. Realistically, if we're being realistic, I could spend $200 or $300 every week on groceries to really fill up my pantries the way I want to fill them up. We're talking at least $300, $400, $500 every week, because I want all the fresh and the organic and the this and the that and all the things. That's not my life, right? Based on the money that I make. So I'm having to navigate that. But every week I go to the grocery store, it's a little bit more expensive. Jackson mentioned, this was Jackson. We were in the grocery store trying to buy something. And he said, Mom, Whole30 is so expensive. And I'm telling you, my son is not wrong. So I've had to adjust. I'm going to eat as clean as I can, that I can afford. A small bottle, a small jar of the Primal Kitchen mayonnaise. This is the avocado mayonnaise. It's a little one. Is $9.99. It's $10 for this size. I can buy 3 Dukes, Hellman's, generic knockoff brand, 3 of them, 3 times the size for $3.45. I know it's not Whole30 compliant. I know there are ingredients in there that I shouldn't be eating on Whole30, but for the budget, I have to figure out the best to be able to get the things that I want to, that I can afford for my family. Somebody would say, well, why are you making sister now pay for groceries? Here's the reason. Sister's giving me money for groceries, not because I need sister to give me money for groceries. Sister's giving me money for groceries because at some point, sister's going to move out. And because she's going to move out, she is going to have to pay for groceries. So I'm helping her right now. Oh, thank you, Rachel. I did. Girl, when you ready to meet? Because me and you, we could do some damage here. Rachel can help me with, that's right. And I forgot to write it down. Teacher appreciation. I did buy my coworker lunch. Very good. Yes. And so at some point she's going to move out, and she's going to have to know what it feels like to pay for her own groceries. So she only gave me $30. She'll give me $30 every 2 weeks. That's $60 a month. Still not enough to feed her. But at current, in the place we live, which is so overly expensive, she will not be able to live here. She's going to have to move away if she wants to be able to live on her salary. But I'm helping her to understand what it feels like to actually buy your groceries, and not to just buy the fun stuff that she likes to eat, but the things that I buy that she wants to eat. And when she says, Mom, you didn't get milk from the store, milk wasn't on the list, and I don't drink milk. So if you want milk, you got to buy that. I don't drink milk. Right. So again, it's not because I need sister to buy groceries. It's because she's starting to get that itch to want to move out, and she needs to know what it is really like out there paying for your own groceries. Because when she moves out, she's now picking up rent, lights, water, trash, groceries. She already pays her insurance, but all those other little things that mom pays. And so that's what she's doing. With her $30, I bought 4 cases of water and one other thing, because water's like $6 a case. So I got 4 things of water, so 24 plus tax, and then one other thing. I didn't buy groceries. I bought that with my money. So some people would have a problem with her buying, giving me money for groceries. I don't ask her for money for rent. I'll make sure the mortgage is paid. So again, I'm just helping her figure that part out. Now, Rachel said take their yearly visits and divide it. Yes. And so that's what I was doing when I went after I got Gwen back from the thing. I was like, okay, I'm looking at about $400. It's about $33 for the sinking fund. Rachel, Olivia, somebody, can y'all either send me a Facebook chat or a text message that says set up the sinking fund for Gracie? Somebody, if whoever's watching this and you have my number, just send me, just say yearly dog visit sinking fund, because that's different from Gracie and Gweenie's sinking. That's different. Just send me that little blurb so I don't forget. But back to what I was saying, you have a lot of people that just, they feel like they know your situation better than you know your situation. The truth of the matter is, my kids and I probably need to eat half of what we eat, right? Everybody, there's several people on here who tell me that everything I'm doing in my diet, Alana should be doing. So she should be eating half of what we eat now. So if I say that, then I'm wrong as a parent, right? Because then half the people who don't like the way I parent would jump on me for that. Then the other half is jumping on me because I buy too much food. So listen, I'm never going to make everybody happy, but you do in your household what is relevant to you. My growing son his food needs are different than your growing son's food needs. My son's a chef. Jackson comes home every day and makes dough. I got to keep him in flour and yeast and sugar and all those things that I don't eat, right? I don't eat any of the flour he makes or the dough. None of it. Never. I don't. I looked at a pizza he made the other day and I actually picked it up to sniff it and it smelled like bread. And I said, nope, I can't eat that. And I put it right back down and left out of the kitchen. That's my son, right? So I got to make sure that I keep him in all of the things because that's what a good parent would do. Yes, they would. I was just watching Sarah over at our Tribe of Many. Her grocery haul just came up this morning and she's like, we're at $1,500. We used to buy eggs and milk and all that, but now we don't. So they were able to scale their budget back because they now grow their own chickens and cows and all the things to fill in, but those costs are absorbed in feed and all that other stuff. So I could go over there and be like, well, you don't need to do this and you don't need it. And if it was me, it's not me. It's not me. I appreciate the suggestions. Those are always great, especially when they're said nicely. But when you come over here trying to tell me, friend, now that's not nice. That's unkind. Okay. I think we're all caught up. So today, Jackson has two. Lord, I got to go to the bank and get this boy some money. I'm trying to teach him how to get himself together because Jackson needs to get his cash out. Y'all, we were budgeting with him the other day, and I really wish I had caught it on video. It was so, y'all would have gotten a kick out of it because he thinks he knows all he's very brainiology up here. Very brainiology. He got 29 out of 36 on his ACT and 1330 out of 1600 on his SAT. Very smart. And he doesn't know a whole lot about anything. And me and Alana, we're just laughing at him. I mean, you hear what I'm saying to you? It just be a lot, friend. I'm like, wow, I've been doing this a long time. And as I've done it and I've got better with it, prices change. And so you are learning a new system and you're learning what works for your family and you're learning how to. Now, there are days when I go in the grocery store and I just realize I'm never going to be able to get this for $1.25 no more. It's just not a thing. I'm going to have to navigate and I'm going to have to work around. But sometimes for some of us, that takes time. It takes trial and error. And those of us who know all the things, I meant to change that name on there. Sorry, y'all. I was just doing another video and I forgot to change the name on this one. But anywho. So again, it becomes a whole lot. Hey, Dwayne, how are you? I'm very good. The Lord is gracious and he is good to me and I am good. This lighting is bad, but I am amazing. I got these dark circles around. Never mind. That's a whole nother thing. I'm very well and I hope you are. But again, we're doing all the things that we know to do, we know to be right. And so, what I want to encourage all of us, first of all, be kind. Uh, Give your suggestions kindly. There's never been once that, and I'm just going to use Rachel because she's on here. Rachel is usually on almost all of my budget videos. And every time she's in those comments, just trying to help me or remind me, or, I always say, Rachel know more about my budget than I do, because she's very kind. Shakima, don't forget. Or if I say, don't, remind me, she'll send me a Facebook thing and remind me. But some people just reserve the right to manage you. You can't manage my budget. I can't come and manage yours either. I wouldn't want to. It's too many little things for me to navigate somebody else's space. So I'm trying to do it best for me. And it works out in the end. I have had to navigate the mental space of Whole30. Whole30 is expensive. And I don't know at this point in my life if I can afford to do it grocery way to keep it low. I'm not saying that because I'm not doing Whole30 that I'm going to go back to dairy. Dairy doesn't seem to agree with me much. And so maybe I'll just do as clean as I can, more towards the meatarian without the dairy. I still need to find ways to get my protein goals in because I'm working out every day. My son asked me this morning, Mom, we going to the gym? Absolutely. We are, just as soon if the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Hey, Miss Ollie, we are most certainly going to the gym. So I work out every day. That means I need 90 to 120 grams of protein, but protein is expensive. I remember those years when I wouldn't buy a lot of meat. I would just do more of the veggies and stuff like that because that's what I could afford. Am I back at those days? I don't think so. But I do think that I have to be extra cautious and careful with my spending. And so just Olivia's on here, or she was, and living out, she's a part of my membership groups. And we talk about just frivolous spending. I have not had any frivolous spending except one day. I think I spent $17, but I would just go to the grocery store 2 or 3 times a week, just trying to fill in for the things that I didn't have. I told my kids yesterday, I'm going to the grocery store on Wednesday. Don't worry about whatever we don't have. We'll get it on Wednesday. And so we're playing the game of trying to make sure we have everything we have. But at the end of the day, we have everything we have. I am going to be canning. I just went and picked 3 peppers out of the garden this morning. Yesterday, we had made a meatloaf sandwiches for lunch. I picked greens from the garden. We had those on the sandwich. So I don't have to buy spring mix. I don't have to buy peppers. I don't have to buy green onions. My peas are coming in, my thin little sugar snap peas. I don't have to buy those. Jackson likes to do a lot of, Asian cooking. So I don't have to buy any of those. We're going to pick today. I have some aphids out there. We're going to go spray for aphids. But I actually pulled one off and I just popped it in my mouth. I ate half. And oh no, but it's the groceries. It is what it is. But we still jumping back on that horse and we doing the best we can. I ate half that green pea. Gwen ate the other half. It was amazing. And so the garden is producing. I've got tomatoes coming out of my ears. I'm just praying that they all blush up and pink up real well. I went out and got the disease leaves off. So I'm doing all of the things. Those green peppers are 50 cents a pepper at the grocery store, or you get the tricolor for $3.99. I just picked 3 for free 99 in my garden, right? So everybody's situation isn't the same. I got potatoes coming next year because I know I can grow them now. I'm going to have potatoes coming out of my ears. I'm taking a whole bed to do potatoes. And I wish that I had thought about it because I have 2 good beds that I could do potatoes in right now, but I just don't think, I think I'm too far in the season now. But whatever it is, it is. What I'm saying is everybody's situation isn't the same, but I'm cheering for you and I hope you're cheering for me, but you can't force me to do it your way. The days of people forcing me to do anything they want to do are well over. That was 18 years worth of marriage. That's done. I'm not doing anything. Hear me by the Holy Ghost and anybody else you listen to. Nobody is forcing me to do anything I don't want to do. Nobody. And if that's too much, too real, too raw for you, find somebody else. I told somebody yesterday, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I am a strong cup of coffee. If you like coffee, rock with me. If you don't, rock with somebody else. And I'm good with that. You know, if you're using sinking money designated for sinking funds for something else, but you're not going into debt, do you consider that breaking you? I don't. I don't. I have an updated garden tour coming. Thank you so much. I didn't buy these, and a lot of people think that I did and try to say something. My daughter bought these. Shamika bought these when she was right before she went to California, and she's trying to pack everything she can in her car. And the one thing of earrings she couldn't fit. I'm like, you got everything else in this car, this small little thing, and she left them. So I was like, okay, I'll wear them. Thanks. I don't buy stuff like this. She bought them, and I've had them for years. But if you have to take money from sinking funds to do something else, but you're not in debt, I don't consider that breaking the budget. Here's why. I had a microwave, I had to replace the over the range microwave with a new one, and it's been sitting in my garage for about a month or more. I've been meaning to ask Mr. Jerome to take it away, and I kept forgetting. Well, he messaged me this week. He said, hey, last week. He said, hey, I'm coming to cut the grass tomorrow. I said, oh, Mr. Jerome, can you take away the microwave for me? He said, oh yeah, I'll take it away. Now, I don't expect him to take it away. It's a dump fee and all that. So I pulled out $20 out of my gas budget because I didn't have time to run to the bank. I put it in his money. He took it away. It's gone. I still have gas. I'm straight, right? We're coming down to the end where I'm only in work for 3 more weeks. After 3 more weeks, I'm not going anywhere that I'm gonna have to buy gas for. So that's gonna help in the long run. So I do that. I'm gonna take money out this morning to go and get Jackson. He has an appointment. I gotta pay money for it, but I don't have time to run to the bank because I'm still over here running my mouth. So I'm gonna get it out. Then I'll just go by later and get it out the bank when I go by the gym. But I gotta do it like that sometimes because they don't take the card where I have to take him. They won't take my card. So anywho, is where it is. Budget update. I'll do one more when the next child support comes, and then I'm still getting some old vlogs out, but I do believe in the next probably week or two, we should be as current as we can. And I'm trying to at least do 1 vlog a week. So I'm still vlogging today to finish up this one that has a lot of garden stuff on it. And then we have a big garden project that's coming up. But when I get out of school for the school year, there's a lot of home projects, slowly but surely as I can afford them, that we're going to be doing together over the 10 weeks. I hope. A couple of things. Follow me for all the things. You got to follow me on Facebook. Facebook is like my Instagram. That's how I just share it over there before I share it anywhere else. So just be following so you can get all the things. Anywho, like, share, subscribe. I got to go get Jackson from school because we cannot be late for this appointment. I can't wait to be a stay-at-home mom because that is what I am in the summertime. I am a stay-at-home mom who is doing all the things. I'm in the gym. I'm doing household stuff. I'm getting Shakima Summertime Fine. Y'all, I'm on a program called Summertime Fine. I'm already done with week 3. I have 9 more weeks to go. I'm hitting the road. I got a few places that I'm trying to be because I'm outside, y'all. I am hoping that this is the year that I meet my husband, babe. Wherever you are, I am here waiting for you. Yes, I am. Okay, I love y'all. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to see you next time. Bye now. Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all be safe.